how would you prepare to direct your first film? It's a skill that requires a lifetime of trial and error, but I want to focus on 5 steps I took before directing my short film, Yellow Ticket. Pretty much without a doubt, the best book about directing was written by Judith Weston. So I listened to that book, then I bought a printed copy. I got it, I read it once again, and I took notes. And the depth of the knowledge in the book is too vast to talk about it here. I just want to focus on those aspects that are likely to improve your directing game, that you can use right away, and that are kind of like a foundation of what the book teaches. And it all starts with the verbs, because verbs are about action, not about result-oriented directing.
Don't let her touch you, Josh. Eden, fix his vest.
Let's say you expect an actor to be funny in a given moment, so you can give them a direction like, be funnier right now, okay? What you did, just 20% more, okay? Not very helpful for the actor, but if he's supposed to amuse his counter-actor, for example, in that scene, it gives him a better idea of the action steps he could take to achieve that goal. The verbs can also be used to intensify the performance or to take it down. There are so many verbs, you can always find a less intense version that has a similar action attached to it. The example could be, you ask them to punish the other actor, but then it's really a little bit too much, so maybe they should just warn them, okay? And if this doesn't work, maybe they should just complain about something. And just after the verbs, I think the most useful tool is as if, or the metaphor.
It's like I'm dealing with a maniac, a good man.
I think sometimes you feel like his nanny.
You could ask them to do a scene as if the other actor is smelling bad, as if they kissed a moment ago, as if they just got married, and so on.
Like you're telling no disrespect, but you're telling a kid that poop in your pants is okay. It's kind of like, hey, we all do it.
Step number 2 is about doing a very small project where you can practice those skills. Because it's one thing to hear that you should use verbs instead of result-oriented directing. It's another to actually do it. And this was actually suggested to me by Darius Breed, who said, before you direct Yellow Ticket, you need to direct something smaller. Learn about the blind spots you're not even aware of. So I wrote a microfilm, it's in Polish, it's called Prank, and I think we managed to do something really good, especially since the whole cast and crew consisted of 3 people. It was easy to execute and I learned a ton. And I remember a moment where my actor Jakub was coming across as really angry, right? So instead of asking him to do it less angry or something like that, I said, I think you just want to accuse him of something. But I also noticed that it's really difficult for me to think about all of the notes when I'm watching the performance, and it gave me insights for which it would be too late on the set of Yellow Ticket. Step number 3 was about script reading. You should always meet with your actors before the shoot. In my case, my lead actor was from the UK, I'm in Poland, so our first meetings were via Zoom. But it gives them the opportunity to ask questions, to talk about their character, and it's also a chance to do a script reading. It's a perfect opportunity for you to see their initial instincts and to make first adjustments before you ever meet. And with Renee Zager, we did it 3 times via Zoom. 3 scripts readings, every time making little adjustments. And I can tell this was the most invaluable process. We definitely got some coupons on the set because we did it via Zoom first. And step number 4 is about doing script analysis. It's a huge topic, okay? But do not overcomplicate it. Just read your script over and over again, very thoroughly, and imagine all of the things that are going on with it. Start making a shot list based on the ideas that you have as you read it. If there are some lines, mysterious lines, that could spark a conversation with the actor, then highlight them and come up with a few ideas of how these lines came to be, what they could mean for the character, and so on. Maybe right away you can see some verbs that describe the intention of the actor in a given moment of the script. Then write them down on the script. It will come very useful on set. During script analysis, I also did like a blocking exercise. Basically, I built a set using Lego to understand the relationship of the characters throughout the film. Do they need to move from one place to another? If so, how will I execute it? All of these questions are very useful as early as possible. Okay, and step number 5 is about making sure that once the production is on, you have time to work with your actors. And in my case, It was all about having a great crew to help me make this movie. Thanks to all of these amazing people, I didn't have to worry about wardrobe, I didn't have to worry about sound, I didn't have to worry about lighting, and that's a huge favor you can give to yourself. Okay, and a bonus tip, okay, one more from Judith Weston's book, okay? It's about asking questions. It's okay to not know sometimes. So maybe an actor asks you a question, why do they do what they do? Instead of explaining your idea about this, you could simply ask, how do you think? And I'm not saying that to avoid the question, okay? It's not about that. Sometimes you know the answer, but it's sometimes even better to hear what they think about it first. If necessary, you can always go back to your vision, okay? You can always explain why this action needs to happen and so on. But sometimes it gives you the opportunity to find even a better idea. Having said all of that, I'm aware that I'm just at the beginning of my directing path. And there are like a million of things I can do to prepare even better for the next project. But the main thing is that I did learn on this project and I'm ready to iterate and do even better on the next one once I make it happen or it comes my way. And so can you. Good luck.
It's hysterical.